Hello, this is Terry Kate, and I'm going to go over some commonly anticipated problems you're going to have in the NING at the Book Bloggers and Publishers Online Conference. Okay, so we basically have our menu bar, and it's laid out all these goodies. When you are looking around, let's go to the members page first. On the members page, what you're going to see is some featured members. The featured members are your administrators. Those are the people you're going to go to if you have a problem, something goes wrong. That's who you're going to contact. You're going to go in, hit up the administrators. You can send them a message. You can try and find them in the chat. If you go down here in any screen, you'll see this little line, and you can click on it. It will actually bring up the chat window, and no one's been talking since 7:03 this morning, so not too unusual. What you're going to look at is events. The only events that are able to be listed are the events that are panels and listed by the administrators. You cannot add your own events. We have groups. You also can't add your own group. Sorry, everybody. Some of the featured groups that you can definitely join is librarians, authors, publishers, bloggers, and the administrators. It's another way to find out who your administrators are. We have bloggers and reviewers. Then we subdivided them so that if publishers want to come in and they want to see what different subgenres we have, you can do that. And so I separated them out a little. You can check it out. You can join more than one group and just add yourself. Let's go into fantasy and sci-fi blogs, and you'll see that you have group members. There is no option to message all of the groups. For those of you that are familiar with the NING, we do not have that feature enabled here. And you can start a discussion just for your group. So if you wanted to start talking about alien books and, alien romances, then you'd start that discussion potentially here. The main forum is divided for our panels. So what we have here is we have conference panels for Friday, and they are in the green room. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to see what bloggers want, and that's from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. This one's got a reverse time. It goes from late to early. Sorry about that, the order in which I entered it. And what you pretty much will do, these will open up right before the panel starts. There will be a player in there. You can hit play, and you will listen to the panel as it streams. If you have a problem with the streaming, sometimes it is a problem with Internet Explorer. You can try Firefox or another browser. Then you can go back to the forums. There's a couple different things, including going on right now. We have some of the pre-conference discussions, and we also started a little earlier this week a conversation about blog design, which has been quite active. So people are putting up their blogs and getting the input of other bloggers and designers on what they think. And we have a couple panels that are already recorded. This one is about designing a header and the importance of the header with the blogger, the Para Junkie. And what happens is you pretty much go in, scroll down, you'll see this iPod looking thing called the Mix Pod, and you'd hit play. I'm not going to hit it, but it would say Blog Talk Radio. And then you hear me, and it's wonderful. While that was recording, people could leave comments and questions, and afterwards we came in and we could answer them. All the panelists, after their panels, will go in and answer questions in the forum dedicated to their panel for about a half hour. Now, here you see something else called panels, audio panels, and video panels. I have a manage button. You won't have that because I'm an admin. Audio panels at the end of Friday, I'm going to take all of the green room panels, I'm going to put them in one green player, and I'm going to put them in audio panels. I'm going to take all of the blue room, put them all in one player here. Then the video panels are going to be what you are watching now, and they are going to be embedded right here. This is the original one about how the conference works. They're just YouTube players. They're not a bad idea to watch them first. We're going to go over a couple of the important steps of how the conference is working. One of the problems that you might have while you are listening in the forum to a player, so I'm going to bring one up. If I were to go to blog design and I decided to go to the player for the Para Junkie, I'm going to hit play, and then I decide that I want to leave this one. Oops, sorry, it goes really loud. Normally it shuts itself off, I think, in the recording. And so basically, what's going to happen, pause, what's going to happen is that we are going to say I wanted to go into the chat and this was still playing. The minute I open the chat button, it's going to stop playing. If I go back to forum, it's going to start from the beginning again on a pre-recorded one. So if you want to be in two different ones at once, you have to open two different main tabs in your browser or two different windows. So likelihood during the event, you're going to have two different tabs or two different windows open for the ease, and that'll keep you from getting knocked out of the panels while you're listening. If for whatever reason you are knocked out and you are halfway through, um, when you have these little silly players, what actually happens is on the player, the fast forward button that you're going to see does not work. So we have our little iPod that comes up, and this little fast forward button ain't going to do anything. But what you will see when you hit play is you'll see this bar loading. And once that bar is, say you were watching halfway, you can click halfway and play from there. So that's pretty much your only option for going forward and back. And it's just kind of a little bit of a click game. And thank you very much. That covers most of the common problems. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.